Hey everybody, welcome back. Now this week I'm going to talk about how to close clients and how to persuade people on the phone. Stay tuned. So as I said, this week we're going to be talking about persuading people on the phone. Now if you're new here, this channel talks all about achieving success, success mindset, and sales. So if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Yes, you need to subscribe now because this channel will bring you value and will teach you to be a master closer. So Miami Beach Lifestyle Real Estate asked me if I have any tips for closing people on the phone. I certainly do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is why learn to close on the phone and is it worth cold calling? And I'm just going to touch base on this. I'm not going to get too much into it, but think about this. Everybody's using social media. Most people are using social media because it's efficient, it's good, and it's easy. And people don't really like tedious and hard work that it requires to actually, call somebody you don't know. It's actually pretty hard. But because most people are now using social media and not cold calling, this gives you a chance to utilize this and take market share. Now, here's the problem with social media. Yes, you can put a post saying your pitch. But if somebody has any objection, they're not going to answer, I got to think about it in there, or any of the classic objections so you can overcome. They're just not going to answer. They're going to spin right by it, which means you'll never even know they were there. When you actually call somebody on the phone, a cold call, you'll get the objection and you may be able to turn it and sell him. When you make calls, yes, you're going to make your classic calls from 9 to 5, but I actually advise thinking out the box, literally. And that is call before 9 o'clock in the morning and after 5 o'clock in the evening. Think about this. Who works from 9 to 5? Employees, people that don't really take decisions. But who stays and grinds in the office after 5 o'clock in the evening? Who's there even earlier than the actual employee? Your CEO, your businessman, your boss. Yes? So basically, who's your qualified lead? Who do you want to get to? The guy at the top. So what's the best time to reach him? Okay, when you're making the call or talking on the phone, and I want all your employees to do this as well, smile. Why? Do they see your smile? Yes. They don't see it physically, but they feel it. See, body language, what people fail to understand is not only what you see. Body language has the power to actually change your confidence and change you, and also what people feel when they listen to you. Let me give you a perfect example. Order somebody right now to sit in the chair over there. Sit down in that chair and point at the chair. Now I want you to do the same thing with your palm up. Sit down in that chair. Even though I'm doing it exactly the same way, my tone changes. People feel this tone. People feel your vibe. People feel your energy. So smile when you talk on the phone. My second piece of advice, stand up. Have you ever noticed when you're standing, you can move around, you feel better, you think faster? I'm always standing on the phone. You're standing up, it clears your airways, so you have a much better way of taking out your voice, of projecting your voice. But the other thing is, you have your confidence. Now you're standing up, you're in control. So it's much easier for you and being able to move around. If you're sitting down, you're confined, you feel weaker, but it will also shrink your passage and your voice won't project as loud. So stand up. Don't be lazy. So in another video, I believe it was 3 great closes, I talked about the alternative close. Watch that video, but let me expand real fast. When you give an alternative close to someone and you say, let's meet tomorrow at 6 o'clock or Friday at 8 o'clock, and you actually give them a choice which you want both answers, what you can do is a lot of people might say, I can't meet you those days. And a lot of salespeople go for another day. Find out why he can't meet you. Maybe his office is far away and it's a time problem. So if you talk to him and he tells you it's a time problem, just say, okay, I understand. So if my office was next to you, then, you could have jumped in for about half an hour, yes? Because his office might be an hour away. So it'll take him an hour to come to you, an hour to go back, and an hour for the meeting. That's 3 hours. If he tells you it's a time problem, and yes, he would meet you if your office was right next to him, just say, okay, tell you what I'll do. I'll drive over there because I understand how important your time is, so I'll meet you there. How does that sound? Make sure that you already took confirmation that Friday at 8 o'clock he would have seen you if he had the time. Okay, now I'm curious. How many of you here still cold call? And what's the biggest objection or obstacle that you run into? Go ahead and comment below and I'll answer every single one of your comments. Also, if you want to write me your pitch and you want me to go through it, go ahead, comment down below and I'll go through it for you, whether it's going to be in writing as a comment or making a video. Now, next week, go ahead and subscribe. First of all, listen to this. Subscribe to this channel. Because next week, I'm going to answer the objection. I want to think about it. And I'm not going to do it like these so-called gurus on YouTube say they're going to do it and just give you a bunch of stupid tips that have nothing to do with the objection. I'm going to really teach you how to close that objection. So go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned. And until next time, keep succeeding. So go ahead, subscribe, stay tuned. Okay, so if you have any questions, go ahead and answer below. Yeah, answer below. So Miami Beach lifestyle escorts. So Miami Beach lifestyle, So Miami Beach. Why is that flashing? How does that sound?